Okay, so today we continue with our laws of Shabbos. Today's class number 4, and we start with Chafetz Chaim lesson a day. Okay, so today, so the big topic is the same, Lashon Hara, laws of derogatory speech, and today title is lack of commitment. Okay. It is forbidden to say that an individual lacks commitment in fulfillment of a particular commandment. Therefore, it is forbidden to say that a man sets aside a little time for a daily Torah study, okay, or that he does not go out of his way to help others. Okay, so what we can say about this? So even if yeah, what is it?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, it pretty much says that like if somebody doesn't study Torah a lot or he doesn't help people, you shouldn't say that about him. Like like you shouldn't tell other people that.
Exactly. So basically, that does not affect anybody else around him. So he can. What is the point of talking about this person? Unless somebody is asking, for example, for some constructive purpose. Okay. This would apply even if the speaker and the listener themselves study a little and are not known for their benevolence and will openly admit to this without shame. So we don't learn this guy also, so they cannot say, oh, you think he learns? He learns exactly as we do. We watch TV together, right? Since the Torah commands us to make a Torah study and chesed performance priorities in our lives, it is forbidden to say that someone else lacks dedication in these areas. So as we say in the morning in all of the blessings, right, in morning blessings, and study of the Torah are equal to all of the other things combined. So so basically it's we understand it's very important, and plus chesed also to other people. That's what is going to save us in the days of Mashiach, Torah and Gmelus Chasadim, deeds of love and kindness. So, but anyway, it is forbidden to say that somebody is lacking in that area. Okay. So let's stop here. So I'm going to continue with laws of Shabbos. 1 second. 1 second, let me find it. It's a Kiddush proper. Somehow, I'm not sure what happened to my bookmark. 1 second, I'm looking. Okay, I found it. Okay, so we didn't finish the chapter 4, and the title was Shabbos candles. Okay, so let's finish up. So last part, the sanctity of the candles. Number 1, candles which are lit for Shabbos are considered to have been set apart for the use of the mitzvah. They are therefore forbidden to use for any other for any purpose other than for illumination. Okay, so we cannot use these Shabbos candles for anything else. So what would be anything else? I'm not sure. Right? I don't know. Maybe warm up some things. Right? So if you need to maybe melt some things. Right? So one candle from another. For example, if she already like lit the candle, and the husband cannot do like any other activities. Okay. Number 2, even even one who stipulated with the lightening the candles that he was not accepting Shabbos at the time may still not use the fire for any other purpose. Interesting. So the person lit the candles, of course, with blessings, but he stipulated, as we said last time, it is possible to stipulate, especially with men. So as we said, men never accept Shabbos with lighting of the candles, unless that's what he wants, right? So in this case, even in this case, he cannot use the candles because they're set aside for this mitzvah. Okay. Continue. One may, however, light one Shabbos candle directly from another. In this case, there is no custom to refrain from doing so, since the kindling brings about the immediate fulfillment of the mitzvah. So basically, you just make it faster and easier. This is in a contrast of lighting match from the candle, which does not constitute the final stage of the observance, but merely a preliminary of that observance. Very interesting. So they say one candle from another candle, there is no problem to light, because you just finishing the mitzvah. But a match from a candle, it's not allowed. Why? Because it's only like intermediate stage. Because from this candle you would have to light. From this match you would have to light another candle. Okay. And number 4, the Shabbos candles which went out may be used after Shabbos for any other purpose whatsoever. Okay, so which is good. So if you have oil left or candles left, so you can reuse them. But most of the time, if you buy good candles, they burn till the end. So it's not like you have anything left. Okay. So chapter number 5, the Bracha. One who lights the candle of Erev Shabbos recite the Bracha. So Baruch atah HaShem Elokeinu melech haolam asher kiddushonu b'mitzvot tzaritzvanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbos. Right. So the end of the blessing is to light Shabbos candle. Okay. So Baruch atah HaShem, blessed is HaShem, who sanctifies with His commandments and so forth, and commanded us to light the Shabbos candles. Okay. So just to remind us, so we can say this bracha in any language, whatever we prefer. There is no problem. Okay, continue. Halacha number 2. No, not halacha number 2. It's number 2. Okay, as a rule, the bracha is said immediately prior to performance of the mitzvah. This is a principle of known as that's what we do. You say bracha, and then you do the action. However, mitzvah of candle lighting is an exception to the rule. The reason for this is the woman, if the woman were to recite the bracha first, this would constitute her acceptance of Shabbos, according to many authorities, and she would be then forbidden to proceed to light candles, as we said last time. So basically, as many our authorities say, as soon as she said the bracha, she accepted the Shabbos. Right. So if she would say bracha before lighting of the candles, so she would be forbidden to light the candles. So as simple as it is. So in all other cases, like beside the mikveh for ladies, so we first say bracha, and then we must do the action as soon as possible. Okay. But here is like an exception. However, in order to maintain some substance of this approach, she should place her hands over her eyes immediately after lighting the candles, but prior to reciting the bracha, since the completion of the mitzvah of the candle lighting is dependent on one's subsequent derivation of benefit from the light. Okay, so we said before that if a person lighting the candles did not derive any benefit from this light, it was bracha in vain. Okay, it's not the last in the last class, but class before probably we said that. So basically, so now she said she lit the candles, she said the bracha, and she closed her eyes. So now the only thing is missing, that she did not look at the candles and derive benefit. Okay, by abstaining from benefit through the covering her eyes until after saying the bracha, she defers. I apologize. So she covers her eyes say bracha, and then open. I apologize. Okay, that's the sequence. The first completion of the mitzvah until that time. So basically, she just did the act. She closed her eyes, right? Covered her eyes, and she said bracha, and now she can open and enjoy, and derives an enjoyment. Thus, enjoyment and benefit. Thus, saying the bracha after lighting the candles, but before deriving benefit, is considered. I'm not sure what does it mean. Albeit not particularly so. Albeit only particularly so. Consider so it's not complete mitzvah, I guess. Okay. So number 3. Since in a contrast to woman, a man is not obligated to accept Shabbos with the recitation of the bracha of the on the candles, he should recite bracha first and light the candles. Similarly, a woman. So men, if for example you light your candles, so you light as you would do with any other activities, right? So first you say bracha and then you light. There is no problem. Similarly, a woman who stipulated that she does not accept Shabbos with her candle lighting should recite bracha first and then light the candles. Okay. So there is this is a different, like, second approach, right? When she can do opposite, right? Opposite meaning, that she can say bracha and then light, because she stipulated that I'm not going to accept Shabbos, not accept Shabbos when with your lighting of the candles, right? Candle lighting, with your candle lighting, should recite bracha first and then light the candles. So it's up to her, but the main thing is that we first the most prevalent custom is we as we said before, she lights the candles, she covers her eyes, say the blessing, open her eyes, and that's it. Did you want to say something or no? Okay. Continue. So first part, errors in the bracha. So number 1. So it says, if woman mistakenly recited the bracha before lighting the candles, she may still light. I apologize. Say it again. Okay, so errors in bracha. Number 1. If woman mistakenly recited bracha before lighting the candles, she may still light. After the fact, we rely upon the authorities who rule that a woman does not automatically accept Shabbos with candle lighting. So basically, as we said before, if we have this different opinion, we can always rely on it. Okay, no problem. Number 2, if she realizes immediately upon completing the bracha that she said the wrong one, for example, the Yom Tov bracha on Shabbos, she may correct it by adding the word lechadlik ner shel Shabbat. Okay, so let's explain that. So basically, it's the same approach as everywhere when person makes a bracha, or may make some statement. Let's say bracha, and he or she made a mistake. So that person has approximately 1.5 seconds to correct themselves. So if they correct themselves, there is no problem. There is no need to repeat it. So if it would take them more than this 1.5 seconds, so they would have to repeat the blessing again. So she was saying who commanded us to light the candles of Yom Tov, and then she remembers she has Shabbos, right? Candles on Shabbos. So, and basically she was able to fix error, no problem. So this may be done within let's say 2 seconds. Okay, within 2 seconds after the completion of the incorrect bracha. So 1.5 2 seconds. This time is taken to say the word Shalom Alechem Revi. Shalom Alechem Revi. Right. The period is known as Kidid Dibur. Right, within the time span, one may correct the error made while reciting bracha. If more than 2 seconds have elapsed, she repeats the entire bracha. So basically, 1.5 2 seconds. So basically, this some people say it's Shalom Alechem Rebbe, and some say, like more lenient opinions, Shalom Alechem Rebbe Amori. So it's like a little. They give a little more time. So if, as we said, if it takes more than that, so bracha is not good. So she has to say it anew. Okay. Number 3. If a woman forgot to recite bracha while lighting the candles, she may still recite bracha until sunset. Okay. So as we said before, so we're lighting candles 18 minutes before this sunset, or even earlier, as we said. So, but if she forgot, so she has up to until sunset. So we need to know when sunset is. So number 4, if one is in doubt as to whether or not a correct bracha was said, or in fact whether any bracha was said, it should not be repeated. So that's a general approach to almost all of the brachas, except I think Birchat Hamazon. I'm not sure what else. At this point, I don't remember, but for sure, Birchas Hamazon is exception. Others, bracha, if you're not sure if you said it or not, if you said it correctly or not, you're not sure, so you will not repeat. Okay. So continue. Some Shihiyanu. Number 2, Shihiyanu. Someone has to have a custom to say Shihiyanu. First time they light candles after their marriage. So Shihiyanu is a blessing where we say thank you HaShem that gave us life and continued this life and gave us chance to live till this day. So, and as a not married woman, she was not obligated to light, so she could count, for example, on candles of her mother, right? But now she's obligated to light for her household, meaning for her husband. So some say Shihiyanu. I think it's a good idea.
She says Shehecheyanu when she gets married.
Yeah, I know when she first lights candles.
The first time she lights candles?
Yeah. So the first Shabbos, the first Friday after the wedding, when she lights candles, so she says Shehecheyanu.
You're right. So I'm saying, so it's the first Shabbos after she's married.
Yes. Yeah, I apologize.
She doesn't say it if she's by herself, right? Like if she lives by herself, she doesn't say Shehecheyanu.
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
So, but actually, you know what? You brought up a good point. So maybe in this case, if she was living alone, for example, not with her mother, and she was lighting her candles before that, so I would say in this case, I mean, we can ask Rabbi, but the way I understand, in this case, she would not say Shehecheyanu because she was lighting all alone, like all of these years. So now, I mean, nothing changes for her. She was obligated before, and she's obligated now. So it's not like something changes.
Right, but isn't sometimes like daughters sometimes light candles in their houses too with their mother, no?
Sometimes yes, but they're not obligated.
They're not obligated.
So that's the big difference. If they want to, they can may light. If they did not want it, so they stop lighting, for example.
Okay. So like let's say this woman's been living alone and she became a Baal Tshuva.
Yes.
She started lighting candles on her own.
Yes.
So the first time she lit the candles, she would have had to say Shehecheyanu, even though she's not married.
Yeah. So this okay. So in that case, if she would have to say Shihiyanu, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she would would have to say Shihiyanu, because she was obligated like before that. So I would say not to say. So Shihiyanu is a special occasion, right? When you reach some like special date in your life, and that's the day. For example, I give you the,
Okay, like after you get married, that's pretty special, no?
yes. So no, sir. But she was obligated before. I'm going to tell you another thing. So now there's a custom for Ashkenazim not to put talis, like big talis gadol, right? When before you get married, right? So but for a man, and now you got married, so there is a custom that color what is it? The color buys her groom this talis,
That I know.
and he says Shihiyano. He says Shihiyano.
Oh, he says Shihiyanu?
Big.
At the wedding?
Yes, yeah. That's the custom of many people when he puts on the talis for the first time. Right before that, he would put, for example, when they call him for a reading of the Torah, he would also put the talis, but it's like out of respect to the community. So as soon as he's done with the mitzvah, whatever mitzvah they call it, to a Torah or to a HaBRIT, to do whatever was it. So as soon as he done with the mitzvah, he would take it off. So he would continue praying, for example, right after the reading of the Torah without talis. But now, so according to Ashkenazic tradition, now it's an obligation. He has to wear every day.
Okay.
You understand? That's but in that case, with the women, when she was living alone, I don't think she would say Shihiyanu after wedding.
Okay.
All right. So let's continue. So next chapter, number 6. And the title, the Mitzvah of Kiddush and its proper time. Okay. So number 1, there is a Mitzvah deraisa, a positive commandment in the Torah to sanctify Shabbos verbally, as it is stated. Remember Shabbos. So again, there is a Mitzvah deraisa, a positive commandment in the Torah to sanctify Shabbos verbally, as stated in Shmos 28. Remember Shabbos day and make it holy. So that's for sure. It's from Torah, and mitzvah deraisa, it means biblical mitzvah. This means that one must single out this day with words of sanctity and praise, and thus elevating it above the other days of the week. So that's the concept of Kiddush is derived from this verse. Okay, so it has to sanctify and to say that it's different from all of the other weeks. To facilitate the observance of this commandment, our sages of the blessed memory composed a standard Kiddush text and ordained that it is recited over a cup of wine prior to the Friday evening meal. So that's so basically what we learned from here. So on Friday night, it's a biblical mitzvah to make Kiddush on over the cup of wine. Okay, and we read the standard text. Some authorities say that simply reciting Shmona Esrei on Friday night, one fulfills the mitzvah deraisa of Kiddush, but not mitzvah derabanan, which requires Kiddush be said over wine. Okay, so it's very very important to understand what it says. So in this when we pray Shmona Esrei on Friday night, there is a part of the Kiddush, as I'm sure that you know. So it's before Shmona Esrei, during Shmona Esrei, after Shmona Esrei, so they're part of the Kiddush. Yeah. So basically, when men read this in his prayer, right? So he fulfill, according to these authorities, he fulfilled his this mitzvah on a biblical level, but not on a rabbinical level. So on biblical level, you sanctify. You said all of the right words, even from a daytime Kiddush, from nighttime Kiddush. Okay, you said all of this, but they said to beautify the mitzvah, that we have to do it over the cup of wine, and plus like set text. Okay, so part number 1, text. The Kiddush of Friday night comprised of 3 parts that are recited in the following order. Biblical passage begins with Vaychalu, so that's first part. So in our Sidurim, it's very simple, where the first part starts, where it ends. It's very clear. Bracha on wine. So first, like in the introduction piece, then you say Bracha on wine, Rabbi Reuven. Then Bracha sanctification of Shabbos, beginning with Asher Kiddushono and ending with Mikadesh HaShabbos. So that's where it ends. Okay. Number 2, before reciting Vaychalu, one should say Vayhi Erev, Vayhi Voiker. So Vayhi Erev, and it was day and it was night, and day number 6, right? That's what we say, but we say like in undertone, like whispering. From the preceding pasuk, just one more time. Before reciting Vaychalu, one says the words Vayhi Erev, Vayhi Voiker from the preceding pasuk. So meaning from the verse before, in an undertone, and then concludes with Yom Hashishi, right, out loud. The rest of Kiddush too is said out loud. Okay, so he start in undertone, like end 6th day, and then continue out loud. Okay. The Bracha Rabbi Reuven should be prefaced with the words Savri Marano. So it's listen, all of these important people. It says, and I don't remember how it's translated. So Savri Marano. It's like one line, which intended to gain attention of the gathering. Some say Savri Maranon Varabanon Varabaisai. So like listen, everybody. Basically, people who want to be included in this Kiddush, they have to hear every word. So, and you try to grab their attention with this phrase. Okay. Part number 2, who is obligated? Number 1, both men and women are required midaraisa by the Torah to recite Kiddush or to listen to someone else to recite it. But that's why it's very important. So midaraisa. Okay. Midaraisa meaning biblical. Although the Torah exempt minors from all mitzvahs, our sages require parents to train their children in the performance of all mitzvahs, both those commanded by the Torah and those are rabbinically ordained. So basically, as we said before, so if you want your daughter or son to start observing everything on when he turns 13 or she turns 12 on the next day, so they have to be trained in everything before. They're not going to be able to do like everything overnight, even to learn this, even partially. So basically, we train children from the very young age, and when they come to the bar mitzvah or bas mitzvah, they basically know everything. So there is no problem. They just continue doing what they were doing before, but now they getting actual credit for that. Okay. Therefore, all minors, both male and female, obligated either to recite or hear Kiddush. So basically, a person, a kid, right, 9 years old, he can do his own Kiddush. He cannot include me in his Kiddush, but he can do his own Kiddush if he wants. This obligation begins when a child is old enough to understand the concept of Shabbos. For every children, this is age of 6. So basically, of course, he would go with his father Kiddush most of the time. But in case he were overslept and this and that, so he can make his own Kiddush. There is no problem. Okay, so part 3. A boy is considered minor until the 13th birthday, and he becomes bar mitzvah, and girl until 12th year, when she becomes bas mitzvah. However, age is not a sole factor of determining legal maturity. He or she must possess certain physical signs of maturity. See Evan Heiser regarding these laws. So basically, they would have to have 2 hairs, 2 pubic hairs. That's the sign of maturity. So this age and hairs. Number 4. A minor who turns bar or bas mitzvah on Friday night should wait until the definitely night, approximately 60 minutes after sunset, before fulfilling the mitzvah of Kiddush. However, if Kiddush is recited before the night, but after Plaga Mincha, he or she need not repeat it. Okay, so very interesting. So, for example, this boy is a bar mitzvah on this Friday. So, as we said before, a person can accept upon himself the Shabbos earlier. There is no problem whatsoever. But the problem would be if he say the Kiddush earlier. Like he cannot include everybody else. That's the only problem. So he cannot include his family, his Kiddush, because he's not bar mitzvah. So when it's bar mitzvah, when it's for sure it's dark, and for sure it's next day, and they say approximately 60 minutes after sunset. So ending of the Shabbos, for example, they count, I think, like 45-50 minutes. But this is like a little stricter opinion, 60 minutes. And but if they say if he said it before nightfall, but after the Plaga Mincha, he did not, or she need not to repeat it. Basically, she was not able to include anybody else in her Kiddush, but for her it counts as she did it. Okay, no problem. Part number 3, proper time for Kiddush. It is proper to recite Kiddush as soon as possible after Ma'ariv, when one dawens earlier. Even when one dawens. So basically, don't be one of these guys that just finish Ma'ariv and stay and chat for another half an hour next to the show. Okay. So the proper way is as soon as possible, just go home and do your Kiddush. For your family. Okay. So part number 4, Kiddush when one dawens earlier. Sorry, one dawens earlier. Number 1, for various practical reasons, many people daven the Ma'ariv early Friday evening during the spring and summer months. So we said, we discussed it last time. This is permitted only after the time of Plaga Mincha. By davening Ma'ariv, one has ushered the Shabbos and may thus proceed with Kiddush, and his Shabbos meal. So even though it's not a nightfall, right? So but he accepted Shabbos early after Plaga Mincha, which we said it's an hour and a quarter of the seasonal hours. So right after the Ma'ariv, anyway, it might be still very light outside, so he can do a Kiddush, no problem. It is preferable that he prolong this meal so that at least a kizayis, a volume of olive, of bread, is eaten after nightfall. He must also remember to repeat Shema after nightfall. So 2 things here. So if he accepted Shabbos earlier than nightfall, right? Then the proper time, right? So before. So sometimes I would come home on Friday and it's not even the time for candle lighting. So okay. So in this case, they say if it's possible, so try to prolong your meal. So at least you say kizais of bread, so especially bread after the nightfall, which is not such a hard thing. Maybe if you meal like 2.5 hours, so it's simple thing to do. And plus,
So if you accept Shabbos early, like 2 hours before or an hour before, you basically still have to wait for Kiddush, right? Like
no. You do Kiddush. That's what they say. You do Kiddush right away. You do Kiddush right away. They say if possible, so eat kizais of bread after nightfall. So your meal could be like 2 hours or I don't know how many hours, 3 hours. So try to eat finish with the bread anytime after nightfall. So
anytime. Okay. So you can do Kiddush a few hours before, but make sure you eat bread after nightfall.
Exactly. But it's not necessary, as they say, but it's very, very preferable.
Okay.
So it's not halakha. So even if you did not do this, there is no problem. Okay. And the second thing, they say that one must remember to repeat Shema after nightfall. So I would say this statement is true even if they daven like normal time, right? So I mean today I repeat Shema every time. Every day I repeat Shema, right? Because they usually.
What do you mean every day you repeat Shema? Like
so after.
before you go to bed?
No. It's, no. I when I say repeat the Shema, I mean when I daven Mariv. So I daven Mariv together with Mincha. So when
you do one after the other.
Yeah. So basically what they do it's according to halacha. There is nothing wrong with what they do. They daven Mariv right after the sunset. There is no problem. There is no problem. I mean, it's not the it's not the most preferred custom. That's understandable, but there is no problem. So basically, according to some opinions, that's good. You don't have to repeat the Shema, but according to many other opinions, that you must say Shema after the nightfall. So which is.
So you're supposed to say it at least before bed, right? Like.
Yeah, but it's a different Shema. No, it's different Shema. Yeah. So we didn't get to it, but we're going to get to it. Yes. This Shema, what I repeat all 3 paragraphs, complete, right? But when you say before the bed, you say only the first paragraph, and all of the other things that follow.
Right.
All of the things before and follow, but this is the Shema for Mariv. That's what I repeat.
Right. So you do the bedtime Shema, right?
No, I do both of them.
No, I know. I'm just asking. Do the bedtime.
Yes, of course. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So continue.
Is the bedtime Shema like a rabbinical?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm too tired to do it.
Okay, so it's not. I mean, it's.
I've been working up because I started doing the korbanot. So I'm trying to get every prayer I can, throughout the day. So I wake up early, I do korbanot, then I, I do all my blessings up to korbanot, then I get to the shul, and I do sukkah to zimra, and then the rest of the blessing, then the rest of the chakras. So those extra blessings to korbanot.
I would say go slowly, since you added korbanot not so long ago, right? So just go slowly, just feel comfortable, like it's part of your routine. Wherever you need. Yeah. Whatever you need. So you need 1 month, 2 months. So but stay on course. Don't rush. Don't take too much on you. That's not proper way. So whenever you feel comfortable, so you accept more things. Okay. So let's continue. So one second. Where are we? Plug them in. Half an hour. Kiddush before Mariv. Okay. So okay. So number 5. Kiddush before Mariv. It is permissible to recite Kiddush and eat the meal before davening Mariv, as long as one begins the Kiddush sometimes between the Plaga Mincha and 1/2 an hour before the nightfall. This practice is not recommended because because a heavy meal can lead to drowsiness, right, and neglect Mariv. Besides the practical difficulty of finding in a late minyan. So, for example,
So question about this, because in the beginning, this is what I did. I don't do it now because now I go to shul, but like when I did it. So what I would do is, I would do Kiddush right after hold on. Yeah, I would do Kiddush and I didn't know any better. So I would do Mitzvah and then I would do Kiddush, right? Then I would light the candles, and I would eat.
No. One said first you light the candles, then you do Kiddush.
No, you're right. I light the candles, then I do Kiddush.
Okay. Yes, okay.
So, and then I would take a nap, and then I would wake up in time for Maariv, and I would do Maariv, and then I'd pretty much study at that point. Is that okay or no? That's what I did when I first started. I didn't know.
Of course, you didn't know. So basically, we're going to learn. It's okay. Not the next chapter, but in a few coming chapters, we're going to learn that you must eat where you do Kiddush. So, and eat means that even this kizayis is 30 grams, like 1 ounce, like 28 grams to 30 grams, whatever, different opinions, but of bread. That's what you need to do. So you did Kiddush, you must eat, and basically you did your obligation, minimum obligation of Seuda, of your meal.
Okay.
And after that, you can do whatever you want. So you want to eat more, eat more. You want to eat less, you eat less. But no, I mean, basically this kizayis, or some people say kibbutz, are like double. So which is depends on the challah that you use. It's like 1 slice or like 3/4 of the slice. So it's not much. So that's the whole obligation. You say birchas hamazon, and you're a free man. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. I can eat again, right? Like snack and stuff like that.
Right? Yeah. There is no problem. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, there is no problem whatsoever.
Because I remember when I first started, and they said you're supposed, Rabbi Yaron was guiding me, and he's like, have 3 meals, make sure to have 3 meals. And then I would have my first meal. I remember my first Jamas by myself. I had my first meal, and then I kept snacking after. After that, I was like, oh man, am I eating too much? I think HaShem's going to be mad at me.
No.
I was like, oh man, I'm eating too much. I was only supposed to have 1 meal. I was so worried. All right, I get it. Okay, good.
No, it's good. No, but Baruch Hashem, so don't feel bad. So that is part of learning. Many people do not learn, and they still after 20 years they still may making like all of these errors. Okay, right. Baruch Hashem, but you're on the right course. Okay, continue. So let's understand this part first before we continue. The Kiddush before Mariv. So technically, what it says here, that you can do Kiddush, right? So accept Shabbat. Basically, with this Kiddush, you accept Shabbos, right? Sanctify Shabbos. You eat, since we just said that he must eat, and he may daven Mariv later. So I give you one example when it's for example, if you in somewhere like upstate or somewhere like there are not too many minyanim, and that minyan that they like to accept Shabbos on time. What is on time? Like when it's nightfall. So basically, if nightfall is 9 p.m., that's when they're going to accept Shabbos. So basically, if you have kids and young kids and wife cannot wait, and everybody's suffering, so you can plug a mincha. I don't know, let's say 6:45. Let's say, right? I don't know. So you can daven this mincha of yours before 6:45. After 6:46, you can do your Kiddush. You can do all of the meal with your family, and then go by 9. You go to the shul and daven with the marif. So if you don't overeat and you don't fall asleep, so it would be preferable way to do that. But today, like in a place where you live, so there are always a minyan that accept like early Shabbos, so there is no problem. But when you don't have a chance, when a choice, that there is the only minyan available. So I mean, what else you can do? It's not up to you.
Right.
Which is practical, but they say do not fall asleep, basically. Okay, continue. Number 4. Prohibition of eating before Kiddush. After sunset of Friday evening, it is forbidden to eat or drink until Kiddush is set. So it's very important not to eat or drink. If one accepts Shabbos earlier than sunset, the prohibition goes into effect as soon as he accepts Shabbos. So basically, it's not a good idea to accept Shabbos early and then don't do Kiddush and don't do all of the prayers and stuff like that and wait until later time. It's not a good idea, right? Because you're not allowed to drink or eat. Okay. Thus, women are forbidden to eat before Kiddush from the time they light the candles, because the lighting of the candles generally constitute acceptance of the Shabbos for them. So I mean, men is the same, but if a woman lit the candles, that's it. She cannot eat. So with men, it's easy. I mean, he's in a shul. There is no food there usually, right? There is no food. I mean, even if he wants, there is nothing to eat. So he would come home and then do Kiddush and eat. But with the women, it's harder because she's around the food. So, but that's the law. She has to stay away. Minors, boys under the age of 13, girls under the age of 12, are however permitted to eat prior to Kiddush. So children, smaller children, of course, needless to say. I mean, but even these are allowed to eat before Kiddush.
Does your wife go to shul at all? Like,
no, women usually don't go to shuls. Women, especially on Friday night.
No, it's Saturday morning. I see some.
On Friday, Saturday morning, some do. But my wife, she prays at home, and she prepares the meal. Otherwise, it's not prepared by itself.
All right.
Yeah, so it's I mean, other like maybe single women, or maybe they prepare like I don't know what would they prepare. So okay, I don't know. Or maybe they're living with somebody else. Somebody else is taking care of the Kiddush. Because as we're going to see later on, it's not so simple to prepare the Kiddush. Some things are forbidden to do if you prepare before and then you go to the shul. So and many women do this. They actually make this error, right? The problem is of course, it's not our subject, but the problem is with the separation. So we cannot do boreh. We cannot separate bad from good, right? So basically, okay. So we have a few minutes left. So let's see. So number 7, omissions and errors. Omission of the part of Kiddush. So basically, our great sages say, try to read everything from the book. If you know by heart, try to see it from the book. So first of all, you see the holy words, Holy Scripture, but But some people like to do everything by heart. So when you do things by heart, maybe your mind is not there. You're thinking about something else. So there is easy to make an error. So, but if you look in a siddur, it's very hard to make an error. Okay. Omission part of the Kiddush. If one made the Kiddush and omitted Veichalu, I mean this first part, has nevertheless fulfilled the mitzvah of Kiddush, so this first paragraph. However, if he remembered the omission during the meal, he should pause and recite Veichalu over the cup of wine, but he need not actually drink the wine. Okay. So basically, because it says that you have to say this Kiddush over the wine, right? So, and he forgot to say the first part, Veichalu, so he can say it over the wine. Okay, during the Kiddush, but during the meal, but he is not obligated to drink. Okay. Okay. Continue. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking. I'm not sure if everybody would say this way. Hello. I think they should, but I'm not sure if everybody say. Okay, doesn't matter. So, but our tradition, we say everything like with all of the paragraphs.
Right.
Continue. Number 2. One who omits the bracha b'replicha gefen should say the following. So basically, this guy forgot to say b'replicha. I'm not sure why. Oh no. It's actually possible because you see, when he's saying the Kiddush, he's not drinking yet. So he holds the cup in his hand, right? So and there is 3 paragraphs, and he's going to drink only after the 3rd paragraph.
Right.
So for whatever, I mean, it's only one line. I know. I mean, I am looking at the siddur. It's hard to miss. I mean, just read what it says. But okay, but he skipped it, which is possible. Okay, if he realized his error after concluding the bracha mekadesh kashabos, meaning the last words of the 3rd paragraph, but before drinking the wine, he should say bracha b'replicha gefen, and then drink the wine, which makes sense. I mean, if you forgot to say bracha, I mean, we're not allowed to derive any physical pleasure like drinking or eating or smelling some nice things. Exactly. So basically, he finished the Kiddush, and he realized he's about to drink the wine, and he realized that he did not say the blessing, so he said the blessing. Okay, that's the easy one, I would say. B. Situation B. If he realizes his error after he began drinking, but before he drank the required amount, see chapter 10. Okay, he should stop, recite bracha, and then finish drinking. So I would say this approach is actually with all of the other blessings, right? So I start eating apple, and then I said, whoa, I didn't say bracha, right? So whatever is in my mouth, I have to chew, swallow, right? Swallow, so empty mouth, and now I say blessing, and continue eating apple, unless whatever he just beat it, it's like still clean, and he's going to eat afterwards. So you can take spit out of your mouth, say blessing, and then eat again. And if you start chewing a cookie, for example, you're not going to spit it out and eat it again. I mean, most of the people would not, right? So that's why they allow us just to swallow, and not in order not to waste the food, and then continue. Say bracha and continue with our food. Okay, C. If he realized his error after he drank the required amount, no bracha is made unless he wishes to drink the wine remaining in the cup or some other wine. So basically, the required amount would be, I would say, approximately 1.7 fluid ounces. That's what the required amount for Kiddush, right? And for example, he does not want to finish the wine, so he's not obligated. So we all only obligated to make bracha when we want to to derive some benefit. If you don't want to derive benefit, I mean, nobody can make you, right? So basically, if he did the minimum requirement for Kiddush, he does not repeat the bracha unless he wants to drink more wine. Okay. And number 3, so situation number 3, one who forgot to recite Kiddush, Kiddush bracha, Asher Kiddushona, who has not fulfilled his obligation of Kiddush. So Asher Kiddushona is the one who sanctifies us with his commandments. So that's like the key part of the Kiddush. So I'm not sure how he missed it. So it's like in the beginning of the 3rd paragraph, whatever he missed it.
I guess it happens.
Yes.
I don't know, they probably just, you know what it is, I realize they take all the precautions possible. You know, like they think about every possibility that can happen.
Exactly. But the best way, as I said, just read from the book, and you're never going to miss. So he did not fulfill his obligation and must make Kiddush anew. Okay.